Alright, we get to do some more on the videos about our Model 25 salvage over and under. You see in one video where we had welded up that hole that was in it. Well, I didn't show the actual removing of the weld and how to do it. We'll get right down on it. You can, well, might see a little bit there, but I'm going to show you how I removed that. It's pretty extensive because we got some high dollar machinery that this works, and this is the milling machine. That's about all it takes to do some milling if you really want to do milling. But that's basically how the process works, just by milling. They make several sizes of them, but that ain't what I did. I took a regular old 4.5 inch grinder. It's got a flapper wheel on it. That's just sandpaper. And what I did was take it down to where it's almost touching the frame of the gun, and then just take an old hand file, run it on over. That's about as far as you can do there. And I've got some of these Roloc discs, which is like a Scotch-Brite, what your wife may use to clean the pots and pans, but I'll put them on there with some air, and I'll finish, do a little better finish on this, and then I'll go to glass beading it. And I'm going to take this trigger guard, show you, we're going to put some blue layout fluid on this, and do a little miking to get us a center line going back here. Then I'll put that down, snug our screw back, our existing one, do some center drilling, and put a screw back in it. I've got the screw that I'm actually going to put in is a 8x32. There's just a new tap that I bought. Figure out our thread pitch gauge. A lot of places will just give you one of these. They're just time savers, sure enough. But I'm going to show a little bit about on the milling machine how to clamp this body. I've got it sitting in here in an old welding glove. I'm not a gunsmith. I mean, by trade or anything. I just like tinkering with them. So here we are on the vertical mill, and I'm going to set this up in there. Take another one of them high dollar instruments, and I know that I'll set this milling machine up, the table and all, to be just level by the bubble. And what I'm going to do just for this, because it's not super precision, I mean, you can spend 30 minutes or 3 hours on it if you want to. I'm just going to stick it in there and stick the body in there, put my level on it and get it level. And that's about as far as I'm going to do for it. Then we'll take our little center drill. It just makes a spot. It's got a little chamfer on it. And I'll, once I get it marked, I'll start it with that and finish it up with the correct size drill bit. Then we'll run our tap down in it, and that'll be pretty much take care of the bolt in it. But I'm not going to make it super precise about putting it in our mill. I mean, you can send your dial indicators and hang it from the quill of the machine and get it to win a 1/10,000th of an inch if that's what you'd like. But I don't think it needs to be that critical, Waste a little bit of time on it mostly if I set it up any more than that. But I just mark that, divide it in half, and I've already written that measurement down. That's going to be our halfway point. And I'll spray that blue layout fluid. It's just like blue ink. And you'll just put a scribe here and there and connect it. I think it'd be kind of boring to watch, but I'll probably take and show the actual process of, once I get it all laid up and marked, the spot drill it, drill down in it, tap it, cross your fingers and hope you don't break a tap, because it's just awful by then. Trying to remove one of these little hard boogers from there, it just ain't worth it. So good tapping fluid. This machine, what I'll do is I'll stick it up here and drill it. Take my drill out, and I will chuck up my tap. And I'm not using the machine's power to drive this because it's sure to break it. But I'll stick it back up here, and I'll stick the machine in neutral, and I'll actually use my hand just to start it, use this as lever to twist, And a lot of times I'll just take the drill chuck, stick it in here and use that, you know, your little quarter turn in and out and all that good garbage. But I won't power the machine to drive this, and that pretty much puts the threads right back in the metal for the repair. Then we'll step back and do glass beading. I'm not going to do a video on the glass beading, all of it, and I'm going to buff half of it and leave half of it not buffed to try and show the difference. But I'll probably do another video just on the machining itself.